gave me like so many like flashbacks.
Oh
no! What's up guys, it's Ricardo here, Tyler from Malibu Rescue, and today we're going to be playing the My First Challenge. We're going to be talking about our firsts. You ready? Let's do this.
The Zoom's recording, I'm recording, is everyone recording?
Yes,
Everyone's
okay.
recording.
We're recording.
Let's do it.
Period. Alright guys, what was your first time ever getting in trouble?
Ooh, I think the first time I ever got in trouble, I was 4 and I cut my own hair like under my bed. Like my nanny told my mom and my mom like didn't let me use scissors for like 3 years.
The nanny really threw you under the bus there, didn't she?
She really did. It was so not fair and I don't think it ever grew back. It's like somewhere like over here.
I had the PlayStation app on my mom's phone, and she told me not to get on the PlayStation because I couldn't get this like timetables or something.
Hold on, how old were you?
I was 13.
This was last week.
The first time you got in trouble was when you were 13.
It had to be
Nice.
like real trouble, like real trouble at like 13. And then like she went to work, and then she got this notification that I had went online because the PlayStation app told her that I had logged on my PlayStation, and like I got demolished. Like when she got home, I was like, "What? I didn't do anything. What are you talking about?" She's like, "What is this?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh!"
Basically what I had done is we have like this cabinet, and I had gone up on like a ladder, and I think I was probably like 4, and gotten like Easter chocolate down from there, and I hid it under my pillow, and so I was supposed to be taking a nap, and so my mom comes back home and she like pulls down the covers and she just sees me and I just have chocolate smeared all over my face, and she got pretty mad.
The first time I got in trouble, I think I was 6. I had bangs at the time, and my mom was out, and I was with my brothers, and there were scissors laying on the table, so I did what Jackie did, and I just like chopped like half of the bang off, and then the rest was still there, and my mom came back, and it was weird, because like, I guess I cut it, and then they started like sticking up, so they were like in the air.
Oh my
She was like,
God.
"Did you cut your hair?" I was like, "No. Why would I do that?"
I think the first time I ever got in trouble was when I was in 3rd grade, and it was recess. We were playing soccer with my friends, and one of the guys kicked a soccer ball at this poor girl, and it like knocked her out of her. So we got called to the principal's office, and I was so scared. The moment I walked in to the principal's office, I just started crying. And keep in mind, all the teachers loved me because I was like this good little kid. So the moment I walked in and she saw me crying, she was like, "Ricardo, what are you doing in here? Get out of here." So she let me leave, and yeah.
So you didn't even get in trouble.
You just had like the fear of getting in trouble, but you weren't in trouble.
What was your guys' first pet?
My first pet is a little Pomeranian named Chicken Wing. I still have her. She's like this big, and she's such a little princess.
Love Chicken Wing.
I got these goldfish from Walmart. It was kind of just like an on-the-spot thing. I begged my mom to have them. Somehow the other goldfish got pregnant. Somehow. I don't know how that happened. What happened was is the goldfish, yeah, it just had a baby. And then after that, I never saw the goldfish again. We're just going to leave it at that.
What?
What's a spooky story?
I know.
My first pet, so it wasn't technically my pet because I was born, obviously, and then we already had 2 cats. So their names were Olive and Casper. They were super cute, except Casper didn't like me because one time she like scratched my entire leg, but it's okay, she's a queen. But it's okay, it's fine, she's fine.
It's okay.
My first pet was a tuxedo cat named Fidulai.
Wait, what? Say it one more time?
Feet do lie.
Feet no lie.
Fidulai.
Feed lie.
Feet alive.
And he was pretty chill. He was an indoor-outdoor cat, and he would always get lost outside, driving my mom crazy because my mom like loved Fidulai with all her heart. And so he would just like scare my mom sometimes because he just would never come back. But he would always come back. He was a good cat. I loved him.
I think my first pet was our dog Snowflake. She's still alive. She's Bichon.
I love Snowflake.
She's a little princess. She pees all over the place. She's gotten a little chubby over the years, so she has trouble getting up the
Let her
stairs.
be.
Yeah, but like she's living her best life,
Yes.
and that's all that matters.
A queen.
What was your guys' first concert?
I've only been to 2 concerts. But my first one was a Halsey concert. But before Halsey was Halsey, that's the thing. It was like in this like underground, like weird place. And I went with my brother and his friends, and I didn't even know who Halsey was. And I was pretty young too, and I didn't know any of the words. And I was like in the mosh pit, just like getting like thrown around.
Oh my gosh.
It was so bad.
I can just imagine little
But-
youngin' Jackie being tossed around in the
Just
mosh.
tossing around in a mosh
Like
pit.
getting thrown across. But yeah, that was my first concert.
My first concert actually was Shawn Mendes concert. We all went. It was dope. And the cool thing about it, it was an earthquake. Like I had that was like
Oh,
my
yeah.
first like real
Yeah.
earthquake. And I didn't even know, I thought people was just going so hard over Shawn Mendes, like, and then the stadium was just shaking. But no, it was a freaking
Nah, sis,
earthquake.
that wasn't the case.
Yeah, and I
No.
was,
The earth.
it was like, it was the earth, and then I saw the thing.
It's just Miss Mother Nature.
Yeah, and I saw my
just
mom
saying
freaking
hey.
out, and yeah, that's what happened. It was fun.
My first concert was Katy Perry. I was a really big Katy Perry stan back in my day when I was 10. And it was so good. It was like her Prism tour, and it was like, I don't even know how to describe it. She's just so fun.
My first concert was when I was 10, and believe it or not, it was the Cheetah Girls.
So
I'm so
I'm
jealous.
So jealous.
I'm jealous of that.
so
I'm
jealous.
jealous.
I want to see the Cheetah Girls.
They killed it. They killed it, that's for sure. I mean, that's the first one I remember, and it was pretty crazy.
She just assisted.
We stick together.
Jackie breaks out in full chorus. First concert, I was 6. My brother and his girlfriend at the time were going to a concert. My mom's like, "Oh, take your little sister." And it was Gaga, and it was just iconic. There's no other way to explain it. It was simply iconic. Life-changing moment.
What was the first birthday party you remember?
I want to say it was my 4th birthday, and I dressed up as Cinderella. But then my mom hired a girl to dress as Cinderella too.
That's awkward.
So 4-year-old me was really confused when there was 2 Cinderellas because I was convinced that I was Cinderella.
It was Chuck E. Cheese, and all I really remember was being scared of Chucky. Is that his name?
A
Is
cheese?
his name Chucky?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. His
I
Chuck
think
E.
his name
Cheese.
was Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
Chucky the Cheese. I think
Chucky
it's
the
Chucky
Cheese.
Chucky the Cheese. Man is a mouse.
I don't think that's-
Man is a mouse.
It was Chucky, and I just remember every time he would come out, I would just scream. I was so terrified. And like there was like this one ride, there was like a clock or something, and like he just pulled up on me while I was like strapped in the thing. I was just like, yo.
Chucky pulled up on you.
I was like, yo, what are you?
I was in kindergarten because all my kindergarten friends were there. We're at this like little train station, and it was like super cute. And I had a Ratatouille cake, so it was like completely off theme from
That's iconic.
like the trains. Like I was in like a conductor outfit,
Oh my
but I had a
God.
Ratatouille cake with like Remy on it.
The first birthday party I remember was when I was turning 12 years old, and it was with all my cousins. We went to this lake in Georgia, it's called Lake Lanier, and it was so much fun. We were playing soccer, and we got this inflatable mattress, and we threw it out on the water, and we were just chilling on there.
That's actually
That's
pretty
dope.
sick.
I like that.
That's
So
so
cool, yeah.
cool.
And the crazy part about this was that just a couple months earlier, there was on the news that this crazy guy like put a crocodile in the lake, and so we were like freaking out because we were thinking that maybe we were getting eaten by the crocodile.
Ogo Pogo? That's like, it's like an animal. It's like,
He goes, "Pogo,
I'm from
it's like
Florida.
a mythological like animal that like lives in like this lake, but no one's ever seen it. But like you know, whatever.
I was 7. I was the biggest Lady Gaga fan. Some things never change. And it was like a full Gaga themed birthday party. And I had a red carpet. And I remember I was singing Poker Face and I forgot the lyrics. And so I walked off stage in the middle of the song.
Iconic.
So dope.
I know.
All right, let's end this one with a bang. What was your guys' first memory from Malibu Rescue?
Yeah, I just remember this like in the lobby with this like table, and then Bree looks me up and down. She says, "Nice shoes," and I was like, "Oh, okay." And then
I did not look you up and down. I did not look you up and down.
wait,
I
let me
did not
reword
look
that.
you up and
Wait,
down.
Let's just start over.
Sis, I did not go.
That doesn't sound like
shoes.
something Brie would do
That's
ever.
not what
Okay.
happened.
Oh shoot.
Whatever day that Jackie was supposed to hit the trash can and fall off the scooter, I just remember Bree and Al sitting in the sand and just like, this sand is so soft. And I hate sand. And so I'm just looking at them and they're like, the sand is just so soft. And I don't think I will ever forget that because they're the two people that have changed. Like, I like sand now because they were like, it's soft. And I was like, okay.
It was like first day of pre-production. We all sitting doing school. Ricardo comes in. He's like, hey there, I'm Ricardo. What you working on? And I was like, who was it? It was Jackie. Jackie was like, geometry. And he was like, I like geometry.
I remember that so vividly. He was like, oh, I like geometry too.
Yeah, that was probably like my first proper memory from that set. And I'll never forget it.
My first memory from Malibu Rescue was actually when we were still in the audition process. It was testing, the last stage, and I remember meeting all of you guys, and I just was so impressed with how talented you guys were. And it was a nervous experience. I was very nervous, but it was a blast, and here we all are, right?
Yeah.
And here we are.
Look at us now.
One big family.
Thank you guys for joining us on the My First Challenge. It's been such a blast. I love you guys, and yeah, Malibu Rescue 2 coming out. Check it out. Bye.
Bye.